Let's get into some things, child. We got some stuff to talk about today, honey. We got some stuff to talk about. Hit that like button. If you are new here, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. We have a great time over here. You meant what you said when you said it. Really be expected, because I'll be understanding y'all sometimes. And when y'all know when I say y'all, you know I ain't talking about y'all. You know I'm talking about y'all. Fits me that all these people that got something to say have been actively involved in the political process in their world. I don't believe it. You ain't gonna convince me. I know y'all love me. Lord. What's up, y'all? Happy Tuesday. El Teddy has sent me a text at 3 o'clock telling me he wasn't going live, and I just saw it because I could have came live about 30 minutes ago, but it's all good. It's all good. We are here now. Now, let me say hi to the people, but Papo, hey Papo, I like it. Papo has just named the members. Instead of members, everybody that is lit up in green, you are now the Executive Tribe Board of Directors. Papo, you have just named the membership. So whenever I have a members only meeting, it's going to be the Executive Tribe Board meeting. That is the name. So if you are a member, you are now part of the Executive Board. I like it. Thank you. I love it. Did you see your No, hold on. You just sent it, Tracy. Yeah. I might go over it later, but yeah, because we'll get to child. We go. You know, you be trying to ride for people. You be trying to ride for people, honey. Y'all come on in. Let me say hi to the people. No, you are the COO, Chuck. You are the Chief Operating Officer. However, if you are lit up in green, you are now the Executive Tribe Board part of the Board of Directors. And I like that picture. Papo. I see you. All right, let me say hi to the people. Let's get into some things, child. We got some things to talk about today, honey. We got some things to talk about. All right, what's up, Corey? Hey, Nisa, the Informed, Auntie Eva, Sweet Pea, Lovely Nola, Charlie. Well, Papo, that's my Papo. KDK, Gossip in the Garden, Half Pin, Nubian, Sweet Pea, Cindy, Cross Country Cruiser, hey, my love. Tawanda, Miss Bathing, Ravine, hey. Southern Phoenix, Des Hop, Chuck, Travel Girl, Quake, what's going on? Alexis Thomas, hey. What's up, Kenneth? Come on in and sit down. Also I haven't booked yet, but I'll be on the cruise. Yes, Kenneth. I cannot wait. Marco Dallas, what's going on? Hey, Brandon, what's up, boo? Majini, hey, girl. Let me see. Creations by Sean, CC, Complex, Miss Bookworm, hey. Vintage, Miss Cookie, what's going on? What's up, Treasure? Hey, boo. Gossip in the Garden, Candy Love. Okay. If I didn't get you, charge it to my head, not my heart. Y'all come on in. We already got 100 people in the room. The executive board, y'all come on over here to the suite. See, it's not, y'all come over here to the suite. Y'all are in the executive suite. Y'all come on over here now. Now, Tracy just dropped down, which means she about to let y'all know what the bar is giving. Hey, Xavier. She going to let y'all know what the bar is giving in a few minutes, but we're going to go ahead and get this party started. So, Chuck, yeah, Papo's picture is fine. It sure is. Y'all better back up off my Papo. Y'all better back up off of them. All right, there it is. Tracy said the bar is open. We have a cherry bourbon smash, a blueberry French 74, a lavender honey martini. And for the non-drinkers, we have an apple caramel sparkling club soda. Hell, I want one of each. All of that sound good, Tracy. Slide one of each down this table. Go and slide one of each down. I like it. Mm-hmm. Happen says she walked into the suite with her pinky up, and you should. As you should. Mm-hmm. Yes, Chuck is the COO. And Kenneth and Don are the head Urshas. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Hey, Montrez. Xavier said, I like anything with the apple. Xavier, you need to, I know you probably can't come on this cruise. I know you are a student and you got other things, but we got to get you on one of these trips. Maybe we'll just come to Vegas, honey. Mm-hmm. Yes, a cherry bourbon smash. It does sound delicious. Now, Chuck, I blame you for this. I really hadn't been worried about getting to 20,000 because it just seemed like YouTube just was playing games with me. So I really wasn't focusing on it. But you know what? Why not? Why not? Let's make 20,000 our goal for 2026. Okay. Let's make 20K our goal for 2026. Okay. I believe if I have my count right, is this it right here? I believe we need 850. Can y'all see this? 856 subscribers to get to 20K. I hope I did my math correctly. I did pick up some subscribers yesterday. Y'all know they was liking the Tasha K Bondi mess. So I got some new subscribers. I hope y'all hang out. Drop down if you are new. Drop down. So, Chuck said, you gonna go to Vegas? Tracy, I can't do. Listen, I cannot look. See, that's why I don't even like saying nothing to y'all. That's why I don't even like saying nothing to y'all. Because look at Tracy. I can do Vegas in November. You already know that the fall is booked up, Tracy. You know I can't do nothing else in this fall. I got Ebby's birthday. We have possibly an international trip. And if we don't do an international trip, we're going to go to Books and Bourbon now. Tracy, I don't have nothing left. I ain't got nothing left for the fall. Maybe in the spring. I got nothing left for the fall, Tracy. Now go on to the bar now. Tracy just be getting so excited. Look at it. Look. Well, March then. Tracy, go to the bar. Tracy, go to the bar. That's why I can't do this with y'all. Tracy, go to the bar. Tracy, y'all know Tracy is my showrunner. And baby, Tracy is one of those people. If you tell her, Tracy, I was thinking about one day going to the moon. Baby, before I go to sleep, I'm going to have 20 text messages, 10 emails, and a TikTok about going to the moon. And I love it. But I need her to go sit down sometime. What's up, Lady Libra? Hey, boo. Right. March is already taken. Hello, Tracy. That's what I was saying to Wanda. You know? Well, I understand that. Yeah, I can do Vegas up until about May, but June, July, and August, absolutely not. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Wait a minute, Sweet Pea, you and your sister are coming? Yeah. Oh, Sweet Pea. We still got a date. Hold on, let me make sure I put it on my calendar. Because me and you got a date, honey. Me, you, and your sister. Hold on. We said March the 22nd? Or the 20... Oh, that's a Sunday. Did we say the 24th? What day did we say? I don't have it on my calendar. Oh, shoot. Baby, tell me what day we said so I can put it on my calendar so I don't forget. March the 28th at 1 p.m. Thank you. I'm about to add it right now. Thank you. Lunch with Sweet Pea and sister. And I got to let Treese know. So Treese can meet us there. Got it. It's on my calendar now. Matter of fact, hold on. Let me make sure I got the time on here right. Listen, that's how I've gotten there. I used to be able to just be like, okay, I'll see you then. Baby, nowadays, baby, I got to put it on my calendar. And matter of fact, I need to put it on my calendar for like 2 hours before we're supposed to meet. And I have to just put in the memo the real time so that if I do forget, I remember in enough time to get my life together. Yeah, I feel what I'm Okay. So, Tracy, well, I mean, you can come down if you want to. You know, I don't care. But Sweet Pea and Little Miss Introvert, remember, they could not make it to the candle event, and the owner credited me their money, and so I don't want nobody thinking that I'm trying to take, So we are gonna meet up. We're gonna buy us some candles, and we're gonna go to lunch. Because I got a credit for them, so we're gonna. Matter of fact, you know what? You know what, Sweet Pea? Let me call the owner and see if she's available to do candles that day. Maybe we can make a candle that day. Let me see if she's available. If Let me see if she's available. I'm gonna call her tomorrow. Tracy, remind me to call the owner tomorrow and see if she has space on the 28th. And at the very least, we'll buy some candles. But you guys may be able to make y'all candles. Because like I said, she credited me y'all's money. So we good on that part. Yeah. Okay. So anyway, there's that. Kenneth, I'm glad that y'all are going to the cruise. Yes. I'm excited. Look at Don. It's Taco Tuesday. So Don, if we get to 300 people, you already know is that the menu you saying? Y'all, why was it 86 degrees here today? Why am I complaining? Y'all know warm weather is my zhuzh. Y'all see I got my ceiling fan on. Warm weather is my zhuzh, baby. I was so happy. Woo, I came out of work skipping, honey. I said, yes, I can start pulling out my summer clothes. Because they ain't turned on the air conditioner at the school yet. So the school is still hot. And so I had to wear some cool clothes. Yes. All right. Well, let's go ahead and get into it. Yes, Candace is going. Sweet Pea and her sister are booking. Yes, Don said he going. Mother, aka Treasure Lane, aka James Caldwell, said he's going. El Teddy ain't booked yet. I gotta talk to my boo. El Teddy say he going. Yes, y'all know our goal is 50. Our goal is 50 cabins. So we trying to get there, honey. We have somebody booked last night, so we officially have 21 cabins. And I don't want to call your government name. If you booked last night, send me a message if you want me to add. If you're on Instagram, you want me to add you to the If you want me to add you to the group chat. If you want me to add you to the group chat, send me a message on Instagram or email with your IG handle, and I'll go ahead and add you to the group chat. Again, I don't want to call your government name, but you booked last night. Okay? All right. So let's get into it. So giving y'all just a little bit of an update on this Dwight Howard situation. We are not going to drag out this Dwight Howard situation. We know that Dwight Howard went and filed for divorce yesterday. And Amy Luciani had the nerve to be like, he was just trying to get there first. Duh. Isn't that what I told you? You're going to be paying yours at the end of the month? No problem. It's all good, Kenneth. It's all good, boo. Like I said, up until the ship is full or the ship leaves the dock, you can still book. So it is what it is. Y'all, girl, didn't I tell you yesterday that that's why you didn't have the right kind of friends? Because you came to the internet when you should have been moving to stealth. You see what I'm saying? You came down here to the internet crying and whining in your wig cap in your car with a Ziploc, not a zip, that wasn't even a Ziploc bag. That's one of them cereal box bags full of some stuff. Talking about this is what ruined your marriage. No, ma'am, that is not what ruined your marriage. Absolutely not. But when you should have invited your girlfriends over there to come and pack your stuff up and went and stayed in a hotel or went to one of your girlfriend's house, tap the screen. That when you should have been moving stealth. See, everybody don't have to talk. Everybody don't have to talk and tell their business. We shouldn't have known what was going on until the paper. You know how we should have found out from TMZ. And like I said, you should have sat on it until you could really tell your story. Then you could have went to Gayle King or Carlos King. Like I said last night, you see Royston called in to Carlos King yesterday. Girl, you did that all wrong. So you can't be mad at him because he ran down to the courthouse first. That's what he was supposed to do. Whether he's right or he's wrong, whether he did all the things you said he did, baby, he was supposed to run his ass down to that courthouse and file first. Absolutely. Especially after you done went all on the internet telling all the business. Child. But then they said, hold on, let me find it, child. But then TMZ has confirmed what you said. TMZ has confirmed what you said. That the police done been down to y'all house 3 times in the last 2 weeks. Now you said 2 months. TMZ said 2 weeks. I'm gonna believe TMZ. Now I don't know why them people was down to the house. I don't know why the police was called. I don't know what their business was. But again, all the more reason why you should have been moving like this. Real gangsters move in silence. That just tell me you don't have the right people around here. Baby, they say Dorit down to the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. Can you baby, this polo shirt is so old. This shirt, baby, I've had this shirt for probably about 3 years. This thing's so old, but I do like it though. And I need to iron it. I mean, you see it's wrinkled. I took it straight out the clothes, the clean clothes. I do need to iron it. Mm-hmm. But thank you. Yeah. Yeah, you can. Mm-hmm. They said that the Real Housewives about to go into foreclosure, but I don't think anybody is surprised. If you follow the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, ain't nobody surprised by that. Nobody is surprised by that. Girl, your house was already in pre-foreclosure, which I ain't never heard of no pre-foreclosure before. Either you in it or you not. The pre-foreclosure is you being behind on your damn mortgage. That's the pre-foreclosure. It's on time, it's behind, and then it's foreclosure. That's what I mean. That's like I'm in pre-repossession. Yeah, that mean you late. That mean they looking for you. The tow truck is circling your neighborhood. Pre-repossession, pre-foreclosure. Anyway, child. Pepper from Salt and Pepper. Pepper, baby, come here. Come here. What the hell is wrong with you? Now, you enabled your daughter to marry this ain't-ish dude, have 2 babies by him, and now he got your daughter in the boxing ring, getting knocked out, embarrassed, becoming a meme all over the internet. And when the people interviewed you, this is what you had to say. Shout out to my girl Schoolboy. To my boy Schoolboy. I don't think she'll have a problem with me sharing this. Schoolboy.
Yes, I'm excited to be here. This is amazing.
Let's talk about your daughter first of all. It wasn't to be her night tonight. Is she okay?
Yes, she is. You know what? I loved that her Poland was who she was. For her first fight to come out and to be fighting against a, 2-time gold medalist, kickboxing champion, all above. And here she is. She came out. She showed courage, and she wanted it, and she had the grit. And I saw even when she got hit, she got mad, and that's when I was like, she crazy.
We spoke to her yesterday. One thing, obviously, we know her background. We know you as a mother, father, etc. But she didn't want to be known as that. She wanted to be known as what she can do in the ring. It wasn't her night, but listen, things happen in boxing, and she will accept that.
Yes, and in her case, I feel it was a win-win. Win is she win, but then she is also sweet because of, this is her first time. It was a real fight. It was and she was in there. She wanted it, and she still wanted. And she's like, I'm coming back. I'm going to train even harder. And I was like, go girl. That's what we do.
Well, look, we're going to try and get work with her. She's up for talking, but obviously...
I don't need to play no more. Later on, she goes on to say that she was only training for 3 weeks. So you mean to tell me... Now I'm with Tretch on this one. You mean to tell me that your daughter went into a boxing ring with a 2-time Olympic gold medalist boxer? 2-time Olympic gold medalist boxer. And she had only been training for 3 weeks? And then you said, well, I'm glad she lost to who she lost to. So I guess what she's trying to say is at least she got her ass beat by somebody that knows how to fight versus some amateur off the street. And then she gonna say after she got hit, she got mad. No, after she got hit, she went to sleep. Did y'all see what I saw? No, after she got hit, she went to sleep. I mean, I'm sorry, what? Did y'all see what I saw? Hold on, I'm going to show it. For the people who didn't see it, I'm going to show it. Yes, get y'all tickets. Don, I'm getting mine this weekend. I got my hotel room. I'm getting my flight, and I'm getting my ticket this weekend. But just in case y'all didn't see what I saw, let me show y'all, because maybe y'all didn't see what I saw. And that's fine. I'm going to show y'all what I'm going to let y'all see what I saw. Hold on. Because absolutely not. No, ma'am. Talking about someone, she got hit, she got mad. When she got hit, she went to sleep. She got hit, she got mad. What the hell is wrong with you? When she got hit, she got mad. Talking about something. It was a win-win. There was no win-win in that. What's the win-win? It was a win-win. What you win-winning? Hold on, let me find it. Sure. Because it was in all my group chats. Now I got to find the right group chat, child. Child. Hold on. Thank you, Remain Teachable. Hey, boo. Is this the right group chat? Okay, hold on. It's in all my group chats. Let me just go to another group chat, child. It's in all my group chats, child. Because your daughter has become a meme, ma'am. Talking about a win-win. It's no winning in what happened. The hell is wrong with you? Here it is right here. Hold on. Talking about something. It was a win-win. I wonder if it's gone. It's not in this group chat either. I know it was in this group chat. Child, did they take it off the internet? Shit. Oh, well, she got knocked out. I ain't got time to be... She got knocked out. Talking about she got hit and she got mad. No, she got hit and she went to sleep. And when your mama, at least her daddy was like, nah, that ain't cool. And I blame her husband and I blame her team. Now, I was with Tretch anyway, but I'm definitely with Tretch. 3 weeks? There is no, somebody just sent it to me, probably Tracy. Abby just sent it to me. I knew. Thank you, Abby. Thank you, boo. Let's look at this again. Comes the backhand hook. Hold on. I'm gonna let y'all see that again because it got a little blurred. Hold on. Let's see that again. When did she get mad? One more time. Thank you, Abby. One more time, because I want to know when she got mad. When did she get mad? She don't even know where she is. She probably can't even tell you her name. Talking about she got hit and she got mad. And you don't go sit your ass down somewhere. Right, Lady Libra, when she woke up. Hey, Fedora. Yeah, when she woke up. The hell was wrong with y'all? Thank you, Remain Teachable, for becoming a member, boo. Actually, I know you're renewing your membership. You've been a member over here before. Oh, that's right. You're not a member anymore. You are now part of the Executive Tribe Board of Directors. That's what you are now. Executive. I need to change. That's going to be one of the I'm about to make that a tier. I'm about to change. I'm going to have to go into my members only, and you'll be an executive board member after a certain number of months, whatever the next tier is that I have. Child. Talking about she mad. I bet she is mad. Mad that she got embarrassed. Egypt, I remember when Egypt first came on that show. She was such a girly girl. Hair done, makeup done, cute, wanted to be a singer. And every time I see her, she just got them Queen Latifah set it off braids going to the back and half dressed, and I just hate it. But I can't want it for you more than you want it for yourself, child. Anyway, child, moving right along, honey. Let's move right along. We ain't gotta sit in that. Thank you. Shout out to Schoolboy. We ain't gotta sit in that. Now, have y'all heard the audio? Have y'all heard that audio recording of Tasha K losing her ever-loving mind? Have y'all heard it? What I'm talking about? Tell me if y'all heard it. I'm not gonna play it because I don't play Tasha K's content because Tasha K will flag you, and I don't have the time for that. But she is literally losing her mind, yelling about y'all never. Oh, hold on, I might have to find it. I might have to take a chance and play a little bit, just a snippet. Hold on, let me see if I can find a snippet. Let me see. I'm gonna go over to the TikTok. Somebody on TikTok might have got it. Let me see. Tasha K break the chains. Let me see. Let me see if it comes up. Okay, now they're taking me to Tasha Cobb. I know what I meant. I didn't mean Tasha Cobb. Let me see. Maybe this is it right here. Hold on. This is it right here. I want y'all to hear this. And this is TikTok. This is a TikTok that I'm playing. But I'm gonna let y'all hear a little bit of it.
No NDA. But because motherfuckers want to play with me and play God, watch me use God to clear this up. And then when I do, guess what? My freedom of speech is restored. No NDA, no nothing. Dear, what's up? What's up? What's up? Ain't no change. Ain't no change. I asked God this weekend, break the chains. It's been 9 years. Break the chain.
If you did.
That's just a snippet. Remember I told y'all yesterday when we were talking about Tasha K and Bondi, and I said I really feel like Tasha K is just, and I'm not saying that she didn't, y'all, this camera. I'm not saying she didn't ask for it. I'm not saying she didn't invite it. I'm just saying, remember we talked about that yesterday. That's what I was talking about. Right? Now, It's been going on for 9 years. You know why it's been going on for 9 years, Tasha? You have drugged this out for 9 years. That woman reached out to you and asked you to take the video down because she said it's not true. She asked you to take the video down because she said it's not true. You said no. Your freedom of speech, your integrity as a journalist, you said no. Then she sent a cease and desist to your home. You went live and told the people that you were going to wipe your ass with that cease and desist and that you wasn't scared of no lawsuit. Then you were sued. And you still said, I don't care. Then you went on trial. Then you were found liable for $3-something million. And you then said, I don't have it. And I think you thought that meant, okay, well, if you don't have it, oh well. That's not how this works, ma'am. So this is what I think finally sent Tasha K over the edge. I'm going to read it to y'all. We know that Cardi B filed paperwork. Her attorneys filed paperwork. Cardi B, to make her... wrong one, child. I'm reading the wrong one. Here it is. Cardi B's legal team pulls out fishing expedition rule to track Tasha K's money. Here's what they're looking for. So we heard that she filed paperwork to go, have Tasha K present. But let me read you. This gives a little more information that might make y'all understand why Tasha K is really, really spazzing out. Let me put on my other glasses, child, so I can read this stuff, child. Ooh, I'm trying to do better. Chiquita, ding, 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 ding. You hit the nail on the head. You got it, my love. So, more information is being revealed about Cardi B's probe into Tasha K's finances. New filings into the U.S. Bankruptcy Court for the Southern District of Florida show the rapper's legal team intensifying efforts to collect on the nearly $4 million from the defamation case. Attorneys for Cardi B have issued subpoenas to Yellen Entertainment, LLC, that's Tasha K, and Stash Media Works, LLC, Tasha K, seeking expansive financial records tied to the blogger's business operations. The subpoenas demand production of contracts, tax returns, bank statements, QuickBook files, credit card records, and documents connected to the revenue streams from the Unwind with Tasha K platform, Tasha K deals, and related ventures. Separately, Cardi's attorneys have scheduled a Rule 2004 examination of Latasha Kibi. The order requires the debtor, Tasha K, to appear under oath on March the 16th of 2026 at 10 a.m. in Miami and produce financial documents. Rule 2004 examination allows creditors to probe a debtor's financial affairs, assets, income streams, and transfers. The move signals continued efforts to trace revenue and enforce the defamation judgment. Bankruptcy Rule 2004 is something that is sometimes called a fishing expedition rule of bankruptcy law. It lets creditors look almost... It lets creditors... Hold on, I lost where I was reading, honey. It lets creditors look almost everywhere for money trails, accounts, shell companies, revenue streams, even digital platforms. In a case involving a media personality with multiple online revenue channels, that tool becomes extremely powerful. The filings mark the latest chapter in Cardi B's push to scrutinize Tasha K's repayment obligations following their prior settlement agreement. Girl, that's why you over there talking about break these chains. That's why you starting to GoFundMe. Because, see, you've been playing games. And Cardi let it be known she's not playing with you. She's not playing with you. She wants... I might as well keep these glasses out because I got to read. this Monique letter to Whoopi Goldberg, child. But she wants her money. Pay that lady her money. And see, last week you went on some podcast or some interview bragging about how ain't nothing changed. You was bragging about how you still got money, how you still have an entourage, and you still got this and that and the other, and how ain't nothing changed, and you good. Haven't you learned by now that even if Cardi B ain't listening, her people listening, her what Cardi B call her people? What are her fans called? They listening. Like, so she was crashing out, honey. The Bird Gang, yeah. Baby, if Cardi ain't listening, we know Cardi is on tour, but baby, the Barty Gang, the Barty Gang is listening. And the same way them people sent you that clip that Bondi said yesterday is the same way the Barty Gang is sending Cardi B clips from you. And you bragging about how you got money and you good and ain't nothing changed. Well, I love Cardi, but I remember what happened, and the friend said the shit. So, Seabreeze, not everything. Remember, there were multiple things that Tasha K said. So, for example, I'm going to give you an example. I can interview somebody, and they can make allegations on my channel, right? Tasha K took it a step further. So, for example, the lady Star, what was her name? Star somebody. She made certain allegations about Cardi. I'm going to use an example. There was a video that Tasha K used to play of a stripper who was performing with a bottle. Tasha K used to play that video and say it was Cardi B. People were telling her, that's not Cardi B. That's not Cardi B in that video. That's not Cardi B in that video. That's not Cardi B in that video. But she kept insisting that it was Cardi B. That didn't have nothing to do with the interview with that Star lady. But you're right. Cardi sued her too. And that gets lost because she's not Tasha K. But Cardi sued her too. She just defaulted. I mean, she just never responded and she got a default judgment. Cardi sued her and Cardi won. Star Marie, thank you. Because I was going to say Star Monroe and I know it wasn't Monroe. Star Marie, thank you. Tasha K kept saying that Cardi B had herpes. I remember watching a video where Tasha K had a picture of Cardi from some red carpet, and she was insisting that you could see cold sores around Cardi B's mouth in that picture. See, that kind of stuff didn't have nothing to do with Star Marie. That was Tasha. That was Tasha. And again, Cardi did sue Star Marie as well, and she won. She won a default judgment. Star Marie just never responded. But anyway, so there's that. In other Cardi news, congratulations to Cardi B, Monica, Brandy, Lotto, Patti LaBelle, is her name Kalani? They are all going to be performing at Essence Fest 2026. Now, I'm going to be honest and tell y'all, that's a lineup that I could get with, right? I could absolutely get with that lineup. Everybody loved them some Patti. Patti is going to headline the old people night. And y'all know I don't mean that to be, but there's always a night that has like the more seasoned, the older people. But I went to Essence, it was Lionel Richie, right? Brandy and Monica is going to probably headline the R&B type night. And then it's going to be probably the rap night with the ladies, And they said the whole theme this year is ladies first. But I have a question. Excuse me, to the Essence people, when you gonna pay that $450,000 that you owe from last year? Patty does not have to remember the words. Absolutely, she does not. Patty has earned the right to stand on stage and hoot and holler and kick her shoes off and give us a good time. We'll sing the words for her. No, she don't. See, she has earned that. Patty has earned the right to forget every damn lyric. She don't need to remember the words. I just want to know when y'all gonna pay New Orleans that money. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm all here for Brandy and Monica. If you didn't make it to the tour, you can get it to New Orleans. I mean, it's going to probably be the same show. You know, they're just going to, tweak it a little bit probably. It's going to probably be the same show. Cardi going to bring her same show from off the road, from off the tour. Why would she do something different? She's just going to tweak it a little bit, maybe switch up the clothes or whatever, the outfits. But, baby, I know all the words to Patty's song. She don't need to know them. Right. Lady Leather, we'll sing it for her. Right. I must have rehearsed my lines. Yes, Patty. 1,000 times until I had them memorized. Yes, I got you. I got you. You got to know nothing. I'll never forget that time when she was on I will never forget when she was on Arsenio Hall, and that's the line she forgot. You forgot the line that said, I must have rehearsed my lines a million times until I had to memorize. That's the line you forgot, Patty. But I love her. I love her. Yeah, I'm going to be honest with you. If I had the money, well, money, time, all that good stuff, because I got other stuff going on this summer, so going to Essence ain't in my budget. I wouldn't go. Even with this lineup, I still wouldn't want to go. And this is a great lineup. But after hearing what happened last year, knowing they still owe the people money, Right. And you know she's going to give us some good Lady Marmalade down in the city of New Orleans, honey. Anyway, let's keep going. Hold on. I think we almost done. We got back it on up. We're going to end with Monique and Whoopie. Y'all just hold on. Hold on. Shout out to the daughter of Biggie Smalls, Tiana Wallace. She's opening up a Caribbean-infused steakhouse called Big Papa's. I'm assuming it's going to be in New York. So shout out to you, girl. If I'm in New York, I'll try it out. I don't know when it's opening, so I don't have that information. Congratulations to Michael. Y'all remember Michael and Angela from 90 Day Fiance? Y'all remember us talking about Michael and Angela and how that man ran away from her in the middle of the day when he left his passport, his wallet, and everything. He just left out her house with some flip-flops on, and he disappeared. Y'all remember Michael? Y'all remember Michael? We talked about it over here. Michael and Angela, that MAGA ass Angela. Y'all remember her? Well, they are officially divorced. So shout out to him. Congratulations, Michael. They are officially divorced. Okay. Yes. It does sound good. That's why I said I would check it out. We talked about that. Remember, we did a whole breaking news that Michael was missing. Y'all remember that? Remember, we did a whole video about Michael being missing. We were like, where's Michael? And Angela was crying online talking about she don't know what happened to him. And he wasn't familiar with the area, and she thought maybe he got lost or something. He didn't get lost. Somebody came and got Micah. Somebody came and got Micah. He wasn't lost. He knew where he was. Well, they are officially divorced, honey. And remember, she said she was going to get him deported and all of that. Now, I don't want to say that too loud because, the Cheeto. But so far, he's still here. And he be on TikTok making his little money and stuff, child. He be over on the TikTok-y, honey. Okay. There's an update to the Leah McSweeney lawsuit versus Bravo, and it's not good news for Bravo. So let's read through it. The Real Housewives of New York star Leah McSweeney won a major legal battle this week because a judge has shot down a request by Andy Cohen and Bravo to move their lawsuit against them into private arbitration. Now, if you guys remember, this is the same move. Thank you, Xavier. There go the video. If y'all weren't here, y'all go back to that video right there. Thank you, Xavier. Dropped the link in the chat. Y'all go back to that video right there. This is what they pulled with Nene. Y'all remember when Nene filed her lawsuit and they filed paperwork to say it needs to go through arbitration first before it can go to court? And Nene lost. Remember, that's why we don't know what happened with Nene's lawsuit, because remember, it went into arbitration. Well, Leah, I don't know if she had better lawyers, a better lawsuit, or different, but she won. According to court documents obtained by TMZ, Andy and company litigated some of the case in federal district court, only to then ask for it to be moved over to private arbitration after some initial rulings. The judge said that it was too late for that move. Oh, that's why, because they waited too long. The judge said it was too late for that move to private arbitration after some initial rulings. The judge said it was too late for that move, ruling the defendants had already waived that right. They can't have the cake and eat it too. Oh, so that's what y'all should have done. Whatever y'all did with Nene, y'all should have done. So y'all started litigating the case and then decided, oh no, we don't want this public. Well, the judge said that's not how that works. The judge said that's not how that works. As a result, it looks like the court proceedings will continue to be held in public throughout the court system. Leah, who also starred in Housewives, said that it was a toxic workplace. Said it was creating a toxic work environment where her mental health and alcohol use disorder were exploited, all in the name of selling drama. In court papers, Leah said Andy and others were pressuring her to consume alcohol during her time on the show, despite knowing her addiction struggles. We read this lawsuit. Y'all remember we read this lawsuit? This was part of the whole Day of Reckoning. A rep for Andy Cohen has previously told TMZ the claims against Andy are completely false. Leah is suing for unspecified damages, claiming the production discriminated against her based on her known alcohol problem and other issues, and failed to make any accommodations during her time on the show. She gonna probably just get some money. They're gonna settle this because they do not want this to keep going through public litigation. They better settle it and settle it soon, honey. I'm just saying. Now, here's a case that really breaks my heart. And baby, when I tell you the people are eating me up in the comments from a video I did months ago, and y'all right. Y'all are right. I have no defense. I have no defense. I came down here and I tried to defend Uncle Nearest, but the more and more information that comes out, the way these people be eating me up in these comments, I can't even defend myself because they right. Now I'm gonna read y'all the latest update and what's going on with the Uncle Nearest. And Tracy did send me the lawsuit, so we might read through the actual lawsuit. But for today, let's just read through this article. Uncle Nearest allegedly hid a $20 million loan that was provided by Jay-Z. Kentucky lender Farm Credit Mid-America has accused Uncle Nearest of fraud, alleging that the Tennessee whiskey maker hid a $20 million loan given to them by media mogul Jay-Z. The accusation is included in the latest filings, a legal battle between the lender and the whiskey brand. The lawsuit began in July of 2025 when Farm Credit America claimed that Uncle Nearest owed more than $108 million across several loans and accrued interest. In the suit, the lender claimed the whiskey producer provided apparently inaccurate barrel inventory reports that overstated values by $21 million, sold whiskey barrels to pay other obligations, and discounted future revenue streams to at least 4 parties. Since then, the court has appointed a receiver for Uncle Nearest who is now attempting to stabilize the company. According to the receiver and Farm Credit, Uncle Nearest is insolvent and owes nearly $200 million. The founders, Fawn and Keith Weaver, dispute this and want to end the receivership. However, in February, the receiver listed business property on the Massachusetts island of Martha's Vineyard for sale. The property was mentioned in the original lawsuit. The lender claimed that Uncle Nearest borrowed $2.3 million for the property, which was allegedly purchased through a separate LLC and later mortgaged to another lender in violation of the loan agreement. In October, it was reported that the receiver was also investigating the possibility of selling other non-income producing assets owned by Uncle Nearest, including a vineyard and cognac. U.S. District Judge Charles Ashley Jr. is expected to rule soon on the state of the receivership as well as on the emergency motion to sell the home on Martha's Vineyard. The bank said it supports not only continuing the receivership but expanding it to include 7 Weaver-owned companies that commingled assets with Uncle Nearest, including the disputed $20 million transaction said to have come from rapper Jay-Z. New filings claim the Weavers have egregiously mischaracterized the disputed $20 million transaction and how much the bank knew about the details. According to Farm Credit, Farm Weaver told the lender the $20 million was a loan from Grant Sidney, one of the Weaver's companies. In fact, it came from an outside source, MB10 LLC, sometimes referred to as Mercy Penn, a venture capital firm formed in late 2024 and owned by Jay-Z, Jay Brown, Larry Marcus, Robbie Robinson, and Dorita Robinson. The Weaver parties attempted to imply incorrectly that Farm Credit was in no way misled at the time. Farm Credit was considerably misled. According to the court filings, the accounts used to move the investment were not known to the bank or the receiver until recently. Whatever protestations, Miss Weaver makes now to the contrary do not change the fact that Mercy Penn loaned money to Uncle Nearest, not Grant Sidney. Miss Weaver, who exercises complete control over Uncle Nearest and Grant Sidney, moved the proceeds from Uncle Nearest to Grant Sidney to make sure that the $20 million coming in could not be snatched by Farm Credit, the bank said. Miss Weaver's own testimony shows that Grant Sidney, the largest shareholder of Uncle Nearest, whose sole stockholder is also the CEO of Uncle Nearest, and exercises complete control of both entities, orchestrated and executed a scheme to perpetuate the violation of Uncle Nearest's legal duty or to commit a dishonest and unjust act in contravention of Farm Credit's rights, the bank continued. Mercy, this is the final part right here. Mercy Penn has since said that Uncle Nearest is in default on that loan, according to the bank's filing. So y'all done defaulted on the loan that y'all hear from the receiver. Y'all. The bank has also pointed to a payment of $130,000 made by another contested Weaver company, Shelbyville Grand, as another example of commingling. In this case, a transfer of funds disguised as storage payments. Y'all, I feel like Tyra Banks, I was rooting for you. We were all rooting for you. But this sounds like some shiggity. This sounds like a scheme set up by Todd to come to us with the dumb shit. Right, Chuck. This is why we can't have nice things. Thank you, little baby. Little baby dropped in the she dropped an article, a link in the chat that says you can read on all the people they owe. I really did. I came down here. I was defending you, girl. See, that's why you just can't do that. That's why you just need to read the facts, really be. Just read the facts. Don't come down here trying to defend these people and you don't know them. I don't know that lady, but I was rooting for her. I like her liquor. She was a black-owned brand. She was a black woman. Baby, I was rooting for her. But it's just some foolishness and fuckery. I was rooting for you, girl. Feel like got me in here like Ty. We were all rooting for you. Now I'm looking at you like this. Now I got to look at you like this. Thank you, Xavier. He said my heart was in the right place. Thank you. I appreciate you. It's never wrong to defend a black woman. Now, sometimes. But thank you. Don, Kenneth, are y'all still here? I know I'm a little late, but let's close these doors before we get into this Monique Whoopi Goldberg situation. Let's close these doors. I can't with y'all today. Let's get into this Monique situation. Because I'm not understanding. Monique, what the hell do you want? What do you want from us? Monique.
I said close them doors. Close the doors. Close the doors. Close the doors.
Y'all know what that means when it's time to close the doors. It's time to pass the collection plate. Now, Kenneth got the collection plate on the right side of the sanctuary, okay? Kenneth has a collection plate on the right side. That's the free 99 side, okay? All I need from you is a like. It's 279 of y'all in this room. I need a like. I need you to subscribe. If you're new here, we're on our road to 20K. And share us out. If you're watching this in the replay, hype the video. Let the people know we here, please and thank you. Now, if you want to make a monetary donation to the platform, listen, it's not required, but it is appreciated, okay? The number tonight is 737. You can do $7.37, $17.37, $37, or you can do $737, okay? Whatever donation, listen, is no donation too small or too big. But again, you can do free. Oh, damn it, I did not do T.S. Madison. We're going to do T.S. Madison, then we're going to get into Monique. You can do free or you can make a donation. Give me a quick second, y'all. My door's open and it's dark now. Let me go close my door. Y'all know when this weather is nice like this, I like to have my windows and my door open, but it's dark. So let me go close my door real quick. Oh, it's hot. I do not want to turn my air conditioner on, but it is hot, honey. It's hot. I did just finish drinking that tea, though. Okay, sorry about that. Monique is stuck in pressure. Child. At this, Monique can go hug a tree. I love Monique. I wish she just didn't let the child. So let's get into... Thank you. Oh, thank you, Cross Country Cruiser. Mwah. Thank you, my love. Thank you. Big Ann said, I can't wait to be an elite tribe when I get paid. Yes, you can come on over to the board of directors, honey. Watching from the patio, and it's after 7 p.m. Oh, Lord, we made it. Honey, yes. Yes. So listen, let me say this to y'all. Please go over there and watch T.S. Madison's video. For those of you that care. I don't want nobody going over there hate watching. I don't want nobody going over there. But if you care to really understand her point of view on what's going on with her and the DL Whisperer and this whole situation, please, please, please go over there and hear it out. It's about an hour long, but it is good and it's needed and it breaks everything down. So I'm gonna just tell you this. I'm not gonna play any of her video. Because I really want you guys to go over there and listen to what she has to say. Again, if you care. Again, don't want nobody going over there hate watching. If you care. With that being said, oh, and thank you. I don't know if I said thank you for the super chat. If I didn't, thank you, boo. She starts from where this whole thing started because I never knew where it started. Listen, I didn't know nothing about this DL Whisperer guy. I didn't know where it started. So it was good to get the background and understand where it started. So it started when she did that interview with Nene Leakes. Yeah, I remember when Nene was doing her little talk show, which she only did about, 5 or 6 episodes. And she interviewed T.S. Madison. I think that was one of the last episodes she did was when she interviewed T.S. Madison. And remember that T.S. Madison said, I don't date gay men. And Nene Leakes said, well, I don't want to date anybody that you date, right? Y'all remember that whole conversation? Yeah, the video's it's on T.S. Madison's YouTube channel, yes. So y'all remember that whole conversation, right? Well, people definitely had an opinion. People were offended. People didn't understand what T.S. was saying when she said, I don't date gay men. And it became a whole topic of conversation, right? It's just called T.S. Madison. Somebody grab the link for T.S. Madison's channel and just put it in the chat, please. Please, please, please. So yeah, so people can find it. And that's where it started. So it started from there. When you guys hear the clips that T.S. Madison plays as it relates to what this man has said about her mama, Dominique Morgan, and all trans people, I don't understand. Thank you, Don Don. There's the link right there. Remain Teachable. Anybody else? There's the link right there. I don't. Once you hear it, if you still feel like T.S. Madison did something wrong, you just want to hate T.S. Madison. When you hear how this man threatened to do bodily harm to her, threatened to unalive her multiple times, not just once or twice, but she said this has been going on since June, that this man has been threatening her. He threatened her mom. And then Tasha K said, right, Moonwalker, E.J. Johnson just said the same thing. He said that gay men he's not attracted to gay men. Again, that's a whole nother conversation. There's a whole nuance in that don't have nothing to do with me. You know what I'm saying? Don't have nothing to do with me. But when you hear these words that come out of this man's mouth, and like T.S. Madison said, if he had just kept it on the internet, it was what it was. I just told him, don't come around me. Don't come near me. So going back to October, he threatened to go to T.S. Madison's birthday / Halloween party. I know every year T.S. has a birthday party, a big masquerade Halloween ball, and she sells tickets. It's a whole party. He threatened to buy tickets online. He said, yeah. He said, and I mean, it's already a masquerade ball, so I'll be in costume. Nobody will even know it's me until it's too late. And he threatened everybody at that party that he thought was going to be there. He threatened Dominique Borgin, Cherry the Boom, T.S. Madison, threatened all of them and said that he was going to beat her unconscious. So fast forward to the live that was done about T.S. Madison's charitable, her starter home, where they tried to say that she's stealing government funds and she's going to go to jail. She's going to get indicted. And Tasha K and them are trying to make it seem like that's why T.S. Madison is mad. That's why T.S. Madison filed the charges. That's why he's in jail. No, he is in jail because he threatened to unalive this woman multiple times. And then he decided to get in his car, drive 2 hours from his house to T.S. Madison's house and repeatedly drive past her house multiple times, yelling and hollering. That is when she filed the paperwork. That is when she took all her evidence to the DA about how this man has been stalking her since June and threatening her since June. So when people try to make it seem like, oh, he just mad because he said Tasha K was going to jail. I mean, because he said that TS was going to jail. No. He decided to get in his car and drive past Tasha K's house multiple times. Now, it just so happened Tasha K wasn't home. But like Tasha K said, yesterday we had a whole situation. Well, actually on Sunday, we had a whole situation where a woman drove up to Rihanna's home and shot into her house while she was there with her 3 children. And everybody is up in arms about that. And everybody is Team Rihanna about that. But when it comes to T.S. Madison, now all of a sudden it's an issue. I'm just telling you what the video said. Okay? Yeah, T.S., not Tasha K. I misspoke. T.S., y'all. So it's like, I'm listening to this, and like she said, I am the victim in this. Like, and she cleared up the whole starter house thing. It's just, y'all, it's a quick Google search. Tasha K and them said that she was getting federal funding. She's not. It's a Google search. She's not getting any federal funding. She was like, I'm sorry, did y'all forget who the president of the United States was? Do you really think that the government is giving any funding to a trans anything right now? Do you think the government is giving money to me to have a starter home for trans women? Like that's what y'all thought was happening? She also let it be known that, once again, she repeated that Tasha K is on her radar. Michelle A.C. Elian is on her radar. And she added a third name, Angela Stanton. Y'all remember Angela Stanton, right? MAGA. She's the one that wrote the book. She went to jail. Her and Phaedra and Apollo was out here hitting licks together, and she wrote the book. Y'all remember Miss Angela Stanton, right? Who has the trans daughter. I hope I'm saying that right. The trans daughter. Y'all remember her? Mm-hmm. Because you said that Angela Stanton was cash apping him and sending him money while he was live on his way driving to T.S. Madison's house. So please go over there. If y'all go over there, y'all just put in the comments, really be sent you. And y'all go over there and just hear her story. And she goes from the beginning and she lets you hear. She plays a couple of clips of this man. And once you hear him talking, like I said, I had never followed him. I had never listened to him. But when you hear the things that are coming out, he said he thinks all trans people should be dead. He said he hates all of them. And they all should be dead. This is what this man said. They all should be dead. Lord, here come Markel. Trolling me. Anyway, moving right along. Let's get into this. Let's get into this damn letter. Y'all, Markel, go get Monique. Since you want to be trolling, go get Monique, please. Now, let me read y'all this letter. She done wrote this open letter to Whoopi Goldberg. Now, what I don't understand is what Whoopi got to do with this. But let me read y'all the letter. Let me read y'all this letter, honey. Oh, Lord. Monique, girl. One day. So it's a little long-winded, so let me get ready. Oh, Angela Stan's daughter is on Dollhouse? I did not know that. So it goes, hello, Sister Whoopi. I'm encouraged to send you this open letter after recently seeing the video of our last conversation on your show. That video was like 3 years ago. It was like 3 years ago, but okay. The tone of the comments today seems different from the energy 8 years ago, with many people now agreeing with my sentiments about not working for people or entities I don't owe anything to. I wonder, have your feelings changed since that time? So she's addressing, I guess, a conversation that they had on The View. Okay. I was also intrigued to learn that in 1993, there was an attempt to sue you regarding Theodore Rex because it was alleged that you had made a verbal commitment to the film. Your defense was that you never actually committed. You can imagine how confused I was when I discovered this, especially since when I explained that my only contractual obligation was to Lee Daniels, it didn't sway your opinion enough to stop you from saying you could have schooled me on doing what they expected from me. So now you're comparing apples to oranges. I'm gonna come back to it, but you're comparing apples to oranges. These are not the same. But let's come back. Even though Tyler Perry privately admitted on audio that he was wrong for saying I was difficult to work with, to this day, he has not publicly corrected it. Monique, are we living in the same world? The reason I said we must look out for the little girl coming behind us is because of situations like Epstein Island and other powerful people avoiding accountability. People like Tyler Perry refused to take responsibility, while I had to take responsibility for refusing to sign up for an act of slavery against my will. The worst part is that another woman chastised me on a platform meant to empower women. Girl. Okay, let me see if I can find it. Now, I don't know if your opinion of my actions was influenced by your former executive producer, Candy Carter's relationship with Oprah, or by your professional ties with Tyler Perry. But what is interesting is hearing you now speak about the importance of standing up for what's right. My question is your stance truly about standing up against wrong, or is it about standing with the right people? I'll wait your reply about whether you still feel schooled. You still feel you schooled me correctly. But I caution you, If you admit you were wrong, you know what you'd be going against. All the right people. So are you willing to do what's right for the little girls coming behind us? Or is your position still F the little girl coming behind us? I look forward to finding out because I was the little girl coming behind you. Love you to life, Monique. Now let me hold on. Let me see if I can find that video clip real quick. Let me see before I speak. Let me see if I can find the video clip. Let me see. Hold on. Let me see, honey. Give me a second. I don't want to play. Let me hold on. Let me see if I can find. This is the original clip from the original conversation. I don't know the clip from the conversation that Whoopi had 2 days ago. So I've already heard this, but I'll let it play in case y'all haven't heard it. I don't know what Whoopi said 2 years ago, but I can speak to this. If y'all have the clip, somebody send it to me. If y'all have the clip from 2 days ago, but I don't. But let's hear this.
I'm gonna stop, okay? Because contractually, yes, when you make a movie, regardless of who you sign the deal with, yes, your job is to go and promote said movie. Yes, that's no. But so when they wanted you to come, and we've had this conversation, and I said if you had called me, I could have schooled you on what was expected. And when we did have that,
here's the thing that I don't appreciate
So, and I don't want to, I'm getting this from Kempire, so shout out to Kempire, and I don't want to play all his content, but I don't see what's wrong with that. Well, hold on, give me a second, y'all. Hold on, give me a second.
And what I said to you, my sweet sister, I said, Whoopi, at what point do we stop saying the next time? Because what was expected. Wait, but I want to answer it though. Yeah, I want to answer when you say contractual. You want to get paid for the publicity? Yes, ma'am. Because if I had done something wrong contractually, they would have sued me. The reason why no one could do anything to me contractually, because they found out I did nothing wrong contractually. So when they asked me to come overseas to promote the film, when I said, guys, I'm spending time with my family, I'm going to pass. Now, when I make the statement, this is what happens when you don't go to the room. What Tyler Perry showed me, Lee Daniels, Oprah Winfrey, and Lionsgate, when you don't do what we ask you to do, we'll take your livelihood. So for 8 years, my family has suffered and my career has suffered because what I would not allow those entities to do was bully me. And because I didn't allow the bullying to happen, this is now what I sit in.
One of the things that I love is partnering with a company.
So let me say this. Again, I didn't hear what Whoopi said 2 days ago that struck Monique in her spirit to write this letter. I don't know. But I've talked about this Monique situation ad nauseum. So let me just give my 2 cents. And people don't have to agree with it. Let's go all the way back to the beginning. Let's go back to the beginning with Precious. Precious was an independent movie that Lee Daniels made that cost nothing. The movie cost nothing because Lee Daniels made it. It was independent and it might have cost, I don't know the number. Let me just say it might have cost him $100,000 to make the movie. Maybe. I don't know. I'm just throwing it out there. So you signed a contract to Lee Daniels. You are absolutely correct. But what happens in the industry, this is what happens in the industry sometimes. You didn't get paid a lot of money because it was an independent film and he didn't have a lot of money to pay you. I think she said she made like $20,000 to make Precious, right? Tyler Perry, somehow Lee Daniels got the movie to Tyler Perry. Tyler Perry watched it. He said, oh my gosh, this is great. I want to invest. And then he showed it to his friend Oprah. Oprah said, I want to invest. I'm in. They become executive producers. They put more money into the film, right? And Tyler Perry takes the film to Lionsgate, who he has a great relationship with. So now the movie goes from $100,000 independent film that might have gotten minimal attention. It would have only been in minimal theaters and maybe minimal people would have known it existed. It went from that to becoming the blockbuster that Precious became, where you won a fucking Oscar. And when it came time to promote the movie, yes, for free, you said no. But it didn't stop there, Monique, did it? It didn't stop there. Because all through award season, you didn't have no problem participating in all of the events as it related to you being nominated for awards because of that movie. You didn't say no to the Oscars. You didn't say no to the SAG Awards. You didn't turn down any of those opportunities. And so, yes, behind the scenes, did Tyler Perry probably talk some shit and say, damn, if it wasn't for us, she wouldn't even be at the fucking Oscars because nobody would have known about this damn movie. And all we asked her to do was go out here and do some promotion. And at the end of the day, she didn't have to. You're absolutely correct. She didn't have to. But you know what she also did? She also went out and talked shit. She also went out and told her version of the story to anybody who would listen. Because let's be clear, Oprah Winfrey and Tyler Perry never publicly said anything about your ass. And yes, when Tyler Perry got tired of you getting on your damn YouTube channel with that damn wood paneling in the background talking shit about him day after day after day, yeah, he called you and said, girl, what do you need from me? What? And you played the audio and the man said, what will it take to make this right? What do you want for me to make this right? You're right. I said you were difficult and I shouldn't have said that. In hindsight, maybe I wouldn't have handled it that way. Because guess what? People make mistakes and people don't always handle things the best way. And he did say, look, if I had to do it all over again, I might not have done it that way. But what do you need from me to make this right? Your husband told him it ain't enough money to make this right. So he put his checkbook away. See, he took his checkbook out and he said, what do you need from me to make this right, Monique? What do you feel like I cost you? What do you feel like my words? What do you feel like I owe you? And your husband said it ain't enough money to make this right. So Tyler Perry put his checkbook away and went on about his business. And then you and your husband decided to play that phone call publicly to further exasperate the situation. See, I had a situation with a student last week where me and this student, we ain't been getting along, right? I'm just gonna cut it short. We ain't been getting along. and we were having a meeting with his mother and with the other administrators. And he walks into the meeting because look, he wasn't supposed to come back in my room until I met with his mother. I told him, you can't come back in my room. The administration knew he couldn't come back in my room. So when he had my class, he was supposed to go to in-school suspension until his mother returned my phone call and my email so that we can have a meeting, right? Because the disrespect was too much. You can't come back in my room. So I look up and he's in my room. So I call his name. He doesn't respond. I call his name again. He doesn't respond. I was in the hallway. So I go in my classroom, I open my door, and I yelled at him because clearly you didn't hear me the first 2 times when I said your name nicely. So now you must just, I need to say it a little bit louder. So yeah, I yelled at him. I sure did. So when we get downstairs to have this meeting with his mother and with the administration, I guess he thought he was going to get me in trouble. So he going to come in the meeting talking about something. So we're not going to talk about her disrespecting me. I said, well, if we're going to tell the story, we're going to tell it from the beginning. See, we're not going to start the story from the middle where I yelled at you, because I did yell at you. You're absolutely correct. I did. But we ain't going to start the story from the middle where I yelled at you. We're going to start the story from the beginning when I called your name nicely. We're going to start from the beginning when I very nicely said your name twice and you ignored me. See, that's my issue with Monique. Monique wants to start in the middle of these stories instead of at the beginning. Yes, your obligation was to you sign an agreement with Lee Daniels, but Lee Daniels sold the fucking movie. So you know what? You have a new boss now. If I work for a company and my company merges with another company, I have a new boss now. You keep wanting to tell the story from the middle. And you're right. You're not obligated to promote a movie, but let me tell you something, Miss Monique, ma'am. Precious ain't the only movie you've had a problem with, though, is it? Tyler Perry and Oprah Winfrey ain't the only producers that have had issues with you, are they? See, again, if we're going to tell it, let's tell it. There have been other movies that have complained about you, my love. Are we going to talk about your BET show that got canceled at the height of its popularity? I guess we ain't going to talk about how the Monique show down to BET was the best thing going. Everybody loved the show. She was like the second coming of Arsenio Hall, and all of a sudden it was just gone. We're not going to talk about that. Are we going to talk about, what was that movie, This Christmas? Not This Christmas. What was it? Just Christmas? The movie she did with Danny Glover. We're not going to talk about that. About how the people was on that movie talking about how you was doing too much and you was being a diva. See, if we're going to tell it, we got to tell it all. And what Whoopi was trying to explain to you, when Whoopi said, hey, I could have schooled you, then Whoopi would have explained, look, this is the expectation in the industry that when you do a movie, the expectation, almost Christmas, thank you, boo, that when you do a movie, you are expected to promote the fucking movie. And you're not going to get paid. But your job is to promote the movie. And that's what Whoopi was trying to explain to you and say, look, if you had called me, girl, I would have told you that's the expectation. And especially when it's an independent film where it ain't no budget, they're not going to fly you first class around the world. They're not going to get you hair and makeup all the time because there's just not money in the budget to do those things. But this is the expectation. And what I don't understand, and what really, 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 really irritates me the most with all of this, you walked away with a fucking Oscar behind this movie. I could see if this movie was a dud, but it's not. This movie, Monique, you crossed over with this movie. And I understand that an Oscar is not a guarantee to anything. We know that. We've heard actors and actresses say all the time that an Oscar doesn't guarantee anything, but it definitely opens some doors. You went from being a Black comedian, a Black actress doing Black movies to crossing over. People who never heard of you before now know who you are, Monique. And you mad because they wanted you to do some press for the fucking movie? See, that's the part I don't like. And everybody may not agree with me, and that's okay. I don't know who blackballed her. Somebody probably did blackball her, but at the end of the day, that's what Whoopi was trying to say. Girl, I would have told you this is how the industry works. You watch my back, I watch yours. Man, you're not the first person to get blackballed because you decided not to do something that somebody wanted you to do. They ain't the first person to go through this. You're not the first actor or actress to be blackballed. There are actors and actresses that were blackballed for less. Eartha Kitt was blackballed from when she was at the White House and she asked about the Vietnam War, and she was blackballed for the remainder of her damn career. Damn near. Eartha Kitt was at the White House in 1960, was it 65, I think? And she was there and she asked the question of the first lady about the Vietnam War. It was later. But anyway, she was blackballed. Paul Robeson was blackballed because he was a communist. Like, girl, you're not Harriet Tubman in this. And that's all Whoopi was trying to tell you, girl. If you had called me, girl, I'd have told you. Because I done been there and I done done there. Whoopi Goldberg has been blackballed. Hello? Whoopi Goldberg would tell y'all. That's why she took the show on The View, because she needed a fucking job. And she has said that. I took this job on The View. Thank you, 1968. Thank you. She took the job on, she said, because I needed a job. And why Whoopi was blackballed was a couple of things. But Whoopi has been blackballed. And so that's why she was like, girl, I would have told you. And you bringing up a lawsuit where she said she never committed to the movie. She didn't say that she committed to the movie, but she never committed to do press for the movie. That ain't what that lawsuit said. The lawsuit said, girl, I never told y'all I was going to do that movie. Y'all tried to say I was going to do this movie that I never signed up to do. That is a totally different lawsuit. That is a totally different, you comparing apples to oranges. Terrence and Taraji told her whole lies. Monique got an Oscar for playing a role for a big, loud, angry black woman. Her call sheet wasn't about to change. I disagree, Jonda. I think she could have got. I think she could have rolled over and done some other things. I'm not saying that those weren't. I'm not saying that those weren't going to be the roles that were going to be offered to her. But I think in those stack of roles, she might have got an opportunity to play something else. Again, a Oscar is not a guarantee, but at the end of the day, girl, you wouldn't even been in a conversation. Because what we're not going to do, we're not going to sit here and pretend like Oprah didn't carry no weight with her. When Oprah walked into a room and said, hey, this is the new movie that I'm backing. Take a look. We ain't going to sit here and act like that Oprah wasn't able to get that movie in front of people that Lee Daniels couldn't get it in front of. Again, you got to take the good with the bad. You take them both, and there you have the facts of life. I'm just telling you what I know. You take the good, you take the bad, you take them both, and there you have the facts of life. I'm just telling you what I know. Anyway, y'all know it was Whoopi, so I had to bring it down here and talk to y'all about it. Lupita talked about how she was almost pigeonholed as slave. Yeah, she talked about as slaves type roles after her Oscar. She turned down so many roles, but had to fight to get better. Right. I mean, Halle Berry talked about it. Viola Davis talked about it. Like I said, it's not a guarantee. Hell, Meryl Streep talked about it. Meryl Streep has talked about the roles after she won her first Oscar, the types of roles. So it's not. Y'all, they used to say I look like Natalie. They used to say I was like a black. They say like, you like the black Natalie from The Facts of Life. Anyway, y'all know I could vent on this forever, child. I'm done. I am done. Anyway, that's all I got tonight. Dave Chappelle talked about it. He did. And at the end of the day, we saw that Dave Chappelle made some decisions. But guess what? Even when he talked shit and he told his story, there wasn't the venom there. I don't know. Not Black Natalie B. I can't do it. See, you can't unsee it now. See, I should have never said nothing. Jennifer Hudson didn't get right. That's what I mean. Remember Jennifer Hudson's next role after she won the Oscar for Dreamgirls. Her next role was the assistant to Carrie on the Sex and the City movie. That was her next movie role. So like we know it's not a guarantee, but I bet you she made more money playing Carrie's assistant than she made on Dreamgirls, or at least in the ballpark. It puts you in a different conversation. Anyway. With that being said, y'all, let me get out of here. I got some other stuff I got to do tonight. But I love y'all for real. Thank y'all for being here. Thank you for the cash apps, super chats, the memberships. Thank everybody that was here tonight. Thank you. Oh, child. Before I get out of here, one last thing before I get out of here. Y'all know I got to talk about it. Before I get out of here, one last thing, honey. One last thing before we get out of here. Get on this shit with us. Now, we talked about this a little earlier. Somebody booked last night. If you are in the chat and I don't want to say your government name, but if you're the person that booked last night, let me know if you want me to add you to the Instagram group chat. We have an Instagram group chat for the cruise. So if you were the person that booked, again, I don't want to say your government name, but if you're the person that booked last night, please just send me an Instagram message. If you're on Instagram, send me a message on IG with your Instagram name, and I will verify that you are the person I'm looking for, and then I'll add you to the group. Anybody that wants to go on the cruise with us, we here's the information, child. Y'all know I don't want to keep boring y'all with repeating the same information over and over again. But if you are new here, because some of y'all are new, we picked up some subscribers in the last 24 hours. So if you are new here, we are going on a cruise, the Tri-Bowl 2.0. We went in February. That was 1.0. This is the Tri-Bowl 2.0. We loved it so much, we're running it back. It's next February. It's on the Freedom of the Seas, which is a Royal Caribbean ship. The prices start with interior of $892.86. Ocean view, $1,008.86. Balcony, $1,386. And those are all double occupancy. So if you are going to get a roommate, cut that in half. If you are by yourself, just subtract $135 from that. And that'll be your price. The cruise is February the 11th through the 15th, like I said, of 2027. Leaving out of Miami, the number to call is 800-465-3595. They're open till 8 o'clock Monday through Saturday, I believe. So you can't call tonight, but you can call tomorrow. Give them the group. You need the group number, 9923946. And just tell them that the group, they're going to say, what's your group name? It is called Tri-Bowl 2.0. And that is your group number. When you call that number, hit option number 5, which will take you to the group sales. Those prices are locked until March the 16th. But you can still book after March the 16th, you guys. I just can't guarantee the price. This is still early enough that the prices will probably not skyrocket in the next, I would say next maybe month or two. But I just can't, I can't control what Royal Caribbean does after that, child. Listen. Look at y'all. Look. Tracy got the people scared. Talking about something. The bar crawl starting at 11 o'clock. Listen, you ain't got to join at 11 o'clock. You could join wherever your little hearts desire. Let me tell y'all something. We found each other on that ship. Everywhere we wanted to go, we found each other, okay? So if the bar crawl starting at 11 o'clock and you want to join us at 1 and we still crawling, we'll tell you where we are. Tracy, listen. Tracy is in charge of the bar crawl, and I got her working on something else too. So Tracy is on it. Tracy is on it. And again, I'm trying to book 50 rooms, y'all. I'm trying to book 50 rooms. You have a few questions? What's the questions? I'm here to answer. Yeah, Tracy's gonna have a list for y'all to let y'all know what bar we're going to, what order, and all that good stuff. She'll even tell you where the bar is located. So And we still crawling. It's funny, child. Yes, we still crawling, honey. Brooklyn Carter, what questions you got, boo? I'll answer whatever questions y'all have. If you need to take a screenshot of the flyers, I'm leaving it up for a little bit longer. I see somebody said, so we have Ravine say she booking, what you said, Friday. Don said he booking Monday. Sweet Pea and her sister are booking, I think you said Friday too. And then Janera, you just said you booking on Friday. All right. I plan to be on the cruise. I'll let you know when I book. That'll be my first cruise. I'm nervous. Well, you and Don are in the same group, but we got y'all. Don't you worry about it. We got y'all. Yeah, Tracy is Vicky. Y'all remember Vicky from the Love Boat? That's Tracy, child. Your cruise director. What questions you have, Don? I'll hang back if people got a few questions. Or if y'all just playing, let me know. But if y'all really got questions, I'll hang back. You excited? Are you coming to Brooklyn? Yes. Tracy said, if they still crawling, baby, me and El Teddy starting at breakfast and ending after dinner. Well, we started at breakfast every day. Please understand. We started at breakfast every day. We met, for those of us that met for breakfast in the dining room, baby, we started at breakfast. People had mimosas with a shot. People had mimosas. People had coffee with Kahlua. People had both. I think somebody even had a Bloody Mary one morning. Brandon, I would love to see you, boo. Love for you to come. I know Kim said he was thinking about it too. Again, look, my goal is 50 rooms, but listen, we ain't got to stop at 50. Y'all, everybody come on. Is it a yearly tradition now? Listen, it might be. We got some other stuff on the horizon. But it might be. All right, y'all. Let me get off of here because, like I said, I got some other stuff what I want to do. Ravine said she had an espresso martini for breakfast. That's what I'm saying, baby. We started at breakfast. It's not. Please understand. The drinking start. Y'all see those boxes behind me? Those are the gifts that I'm ready to put them in the mail. I think I have to. What's tomorrow? I may be able to go by the post office tomorrow when I get off work. But you see the boxes are there. They're packed and ready to go. I'm just waiting for the Black History Month. I'm still waiting for the book. I don't know why the book isn't here yet. I'm waiting for the book. But those are the other two. Because look, even the person that the third place prize, which was a $25 gift card, I put some other stuff in the box. You got a surprise coming. It's some other stuff in that box for you too. So you got your $25 gift card. You have your Stanley Cup, and you got a couple of other things in there. Mm-hmm. And then the second place of the swag, everything is in there. I just gotta tape it up and get it to the post office. So that'll be this week. I wanted to mail all three at the same time, but I'm gonna just end up mailing those two because I don't want to wait. I don't want to keep waiting. And then I got something to mail to Kitty Doc, which, oh God, I feel so bad. I haven't mailed that. And then Cajun, Chuck, and somebody else. Who was it? It was Cajun, Chuck, and somebody else wanted a shot glass. Yeah. So you guys, so that stuff is on its way this week. I know I said last week. Last weekend was crazy, but it's on its way this week. So that's why I said I'm gonna try to remember to take that stuff to my car in the morning. So after work, I can send it out. So, okay, you're the one that booked last night. Okay, inbox me your IG and I will add you to the group. Soon as I get your IG, I will add you to the group tonight. Yep. So, all right, Brooklyn Carter, yes. Yeah, I didn't want to say your government name. Yes. It's your first cruise too. Oh, we got some virgins. Oh, we're going to have a good time. We had some virgins on the last cruise. And let me tell you something. Cam's, who was a virgin on the last cruise, baby, that's the one that swam up to me when we were at Coco Cay and was like, okay, Really B, when we doing a 7-day cruise? When is the next trip? I mean, I said, can we get home first? And he was our virgin. We popped his cherry wide open, huh? Yeah, we got y'all though. Y'all first time cruises, baby. Don't you worry about it. We got y'all. And that's real talk. We got y'all. All right, you guys. And Tracy, we're gonna have to pick a hotel. I'm gonna do that this weekend. So people can start booking their hotel. I know some people already did, but I'll let you know what hotel I'm staying in. And then people can book around that. I've traveled a lot, but never a cruise. This is a bucket list for sure. Well, come on, yes. Oh, I can't wait. Oh, I can't wait to meet y'all. Yes. All right, y'all. Let me get out of here because again, I got some other stuff I gotta do the night before I go to bed. Yeah, the hotel is gonna be near the port. Miami is easy. Orlando was a little difficult because the port was not close to the airport. So for some people, the Uber was a little expensive. But Miami is easy. The port is not that far. Like the hotel where I'm staying for the cruise that I'm going in May, I'm literally like 10 minutes from the port. And I'm not sure if that's the hotel I'm gonna stay in. It was a good price and it's not far from the port. I gotta check it out. Not everyone say thank you, Cams. Yes, honey, Cams was in my face like, what we doing? And I'm not exaggerating. He literally swam up to me and was like, really B? Because he was drunk. Really B? So Brooklyn Carter, last time the majority of us stayed at the same hotel. So that's why I said this weekend I'm gonna try to find us a good price at a hotel that's not too far from the port. And yes, and that's why in the group chat, I'll put in the group chat what hotel we're staying in. And basically last time everybody just booked. And the majority of us stayed at the same hotel. And everybody that stayed at my hotel, I made sure I took care of their ride to the port. I paid for their Uber to the port. I mean, and there's there shuttles and all kinds of stuff, but we rode. Me and Cruiser took care of their everybody's Uber if they were and Cajun took some people and Tawanda took some people. So yeah, we made it work. We all got to the port, honey. No problem, Majini. We ain't gonna leave you, baby. You know we ain't gonna leave you, boo. We ain't gonna leave. It is an older ship, so the elevator might not be as big, but baby, we got you, girl. Okay, let me get off of here for real this time, y'all. I will talk to y'all later. Mwah! Peace.